Hello and welcome everybody on this lovely Sunday. I hope you guys are all excited to make a quick little project with me. I like to keep them short and sweet on a Sunday. So I'm going to do one of my favorite things, which I'll get to in a moment. Now, before I forget, because I almost forgot to mention this on Friday, I thought I'd quickly just share with you a new printed kit that I'm bringing out. Now, these are available as digitals. It is my vintage collage pages, which was available in only an A4. I will now have that available in a US digital size, so 8.5 by 11 inches. So these are 6 pages that you've seen me use many times, and they are lovely to use for background pages or collaging or tags or anything like that. And I'm going to use some of these today. Again, then my one of my most favorite and most well used kits are my cream lace pages. This is part of the tea stained, avocado stained and lace background digital. Now I use these a lot in my journals, either as individual pages or also as a background to make tags or various things for. So I will go through that in a minute. And then lastly are the 12 Lacey background pages that are available in lots of different colors here, and you would have seen me use these many times. I like to bring them in. That's all the pastel shades I like to use. This is also available as a digital in an A4 in a US size, so I'll put the links in the description box below. But a lot of people who buy the printed kits from me have asked me to put together some of these, because they are sort of neutrals that you can use in any sort of project at all. So I've put together 2 printed packs. Now the first one is a smaller kit. You will get 1 set of these single-sided printed. So these are collage sheets, so you'll get 6 sheets of that. You'll get 10 double-sided printed of these lace sheets, because I know people like to add them into their journals. So they'll be printed like this on both sides, so you can just slip them into your projects, into your signatures, and use them like that, or use them for whatever other purpose. And then on this set you'd get the lace background sheets. They are 12 sheets, and I will print these colors. You'll have lace on both sides of these pages as well. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing there. So that equates to 28 pages, but printed, I think I worked it out to being 56 pages. Okay, so yeah, 50 pages. So that's what we've got there. Then the bigger set will be lace background pages. So you'll get these. You're going to get 12 of them double-sided printed, but you're going to get another set of 12 only single-sided printed, in case you're wanting to use them in ephemera or something like that. And then with these you'll get 1 set of double-sided printed, 10 pages, and another 10 pages single-sided printed. And then with these you'll get 2 sets of these single-sided printed. So that's what I'm proposing there. So those will be available in my shop as we speak. Now remember, I have a sale on until the 31st of May. So if you're wanting to get a 20% off on the printed kits, and obviously the sale applies to the digitals as well, go and take a look, and you'll be able to pick up that offer. All right, so enough of that. Now we're going to work on something, and I said it's a favorite of mine, and today I'm going to make some pockets, which are really easy using scraps, and of course I'm going to use book pages. I'm also going to use some of those collage pages that I've just shown you now, these. So lots of different opportunities, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, how easy these are, because I'm using kitchen roll cores. All right, so you could use these. You could use your toilet roll cores if you spray them with sanitizer or iron them or whatever you want to do, disinfect them. So that's what I'm using today. I've used kitchen ones today. Now the way, there are lots of ways to flatten these. The way I do it And you know, you can iron them. That also sterilizes them if you want to. But I just ran mine through my Big Shot, and they are super flat and work like a bomb. So that's, I didn't want to go and get the iron because that's downstairs. So I just ran them through the Big Shot, and there we have it, as from being round. So there we go. That's really easy. But of course you can put them, iron them, steam them. You can put them under loads of heavy books. All of those methods work as well. So what I've done here is, and I've got different kitchen rolls. It just depends what the offer was on. You can see they're different heights, different widths. And that just depends on which brand I bought at the time. But what I've done effectively is I've taken the wider one here and I've cut this in half. That's what I've done. So get a kitchen roll and cut it straight in half. That's what we're going to do. And there we go. And I've run it through the Big Shot so they're nice and flat. Now I'm going to start with a book page. Got a book page here. This is from my glue book that I use. This is just a standard novel that I've finished reading, and I thought I would use this first of all on my little pocket. So what I'm going to do is I've trimmed off just the edge here because it's a load of cream. I keep those because I like to make these strips you've heard me talk about where I stamp on them. So I keep those because they're nice old looking paper. And now what I'm going to do is, it's open here still. I'm going to just take my glue stick. I'm going to just run it over the front of this like that. And I'm going to put this down smack in the middle here, just like that. And I'll show you why. So that's easily done, isn't it? And then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to just trim the top. I'm going to make this the top. So I'm just going to take this bit off there like that. Right. So we'll make this the top. We'll make this the bottom. And then what I do is I just take the glue stick, run it there, run it across the bottom, and then I just take my scissors again. Just going to cut that up like that and like that. So I'm just sort of mitring the corners. Gosh, I can't believe I remembered to say mitring. So, you know, my brain's not working really well at the moment. This must be the long weekend. Right, and then all I want to do is take my bone folder. I'm just going to run that along the sides here like that. And then we're just going to fold that over. That's going to seal up the bottom, but it's also going to give you a lovely finish on the edge. We're going to stick this down into a book, so unless you want to give it away, there's no need to cover the back. All right, so we've got that as our little base there. All right, so there's that one. And while I'm at it, I've got one of these sheets here as well, and I'm going to do the same with this piece over here, I think. So let's just see how far I want to cut that off. We want to do it about there. Okay, so we'll just do that. I do love these sheets because they're nice and neutral, and you've got lots of different types of font on it, and it makes a lovely base for tags and all sorts, and you'll see what I mean now. And again, let's just see which side I want that to be this way. So that will be the top, that'll be the bottom, and I'm going to trim the top there. So let's just get some glue on there like that. We can now get this as close to the top as possible. I'm going to trim it a little bit there, probably with my, do it with your scissors. I'm going to just use my crafting knife. I do like my crafting knife, but scissors suffice. Just make it all nice and straight. I've just got myself a little hand vac for all these bits that I end up having all over the place. I don't know if they frustrate you, all these little bits. And I have a carpet in here, you see, so I think I'm going to take a stronger glue because the sides are quite narrow. I'm going to have to coax it to stick over the edge here. And I need to, should have run the bone folder over first, but that's all right. We'll get to that. Alrighty. Like that. Like that. And like that. So anything that you use, even the cream lace background paper, would also work wonders for this kind of thing. And again, we're just going to miter those corners. Oh, it's a shame I've got to throw that away. I love anything with font numbers, anything like that at all. Right, so we just want to get that over there. I just like doing it like this because it gives a nice finish on the edge. And the these aren't the best colour, so at least I don't have that poking through. There we go. So we can just give that a nice burnish. And look at that. So you would never have said, would you have? Now you've got a lovely little pocket there. Now all I want to do is I want to grab my little, this thingy, and I want to just, what I'm going to do is just to find the center mark here. It's just over 3 inches. So I'm just sort of, for my own purposes, this is the center, just so that when I've got this underneath here, I suppose I need to really do it on the underside, don't I? So I'm just measuring that up just so that I can get that centralized. There we go. And then what I like to do is I like to take this paper off here, and because it's just with the glue stick, it comes off. And then I'm going to put some Art Better gripping glue, press that down, and then just fit that back on there. Now all that does is it just covers up the little gap behind. So if you see that now, we don't have the the kitchen roll showing through there, the core itself. Okie dokie, and then it's just a bit of distressing the edges of them. And you can use, like I say, book pages, anything you have, map pages, any kind of background pages, so use whatever you guys have. All right, so there's that, and we've got this one, and we're going to do exactly the same. So let's just get the center point here. So there's that. And then just do a little bit of inking if you so choose. Now a lot of this is going to be covered. We're going to use scraps now. And I'm going to make them in the style, the sort of colors that I'm using for my Lilac Lovelies journal. So that's what I plan to do now. So we've got these two here. So we're going to start with one of them, this one. So I've just got some scraps, and I have prepped them so that I could just not waste time. I've just got some scraps from what I've been working on. This comes from this, and these bits are from the Lilac Lovelies background pages that I have been using, and I just want to sort of get them layered up, and I'm not really sure how, but I wanted 2 here and 1 there, sort of. So I'm going to just get those stuck down, and I've just torn these by hand. And you know, I love using scraps in a project. I just love the look of them. And if you have any dodgy words, which happens with novels, you know, you can also then cover them with something like this. So I'm going to start with this blue one, teal colour. We're going to just get that over the bottom side like that. We've got that there. And then this one, love a bit of font, different fonts, amazing. I just love fonts. So a bit of typography, as they say. Right, let's get that a little bit higher there. And again, if you feel you need to, just get some more inking on the edges there like that. So look, we've just got a few scrappy bits, not much. And what I did then was I've cut out a pile of my little Florals 2 set where there are lots of purpley flowers, but I think you do have this one on your mini journals or various things. Just go and look in your book pages, you know, floral book pages, whatever you have, guys. I think we're going to put that one on there. Could put that one on there. I like that one as well, but I'm wanting something a bit purplier, so I'm going to put that one on. Right, so we'll leave those there and get this stuck down. So I hope that you guys are all having a lovely weekend. I think there's a holiday in the US, if I'm not mistaken. I seem to think so. And I know that we've got the Jubilee coming up Thursday and Friday this coming weekend, so we have a really long weekend and people are getting ready to have sort of street parties and all sorts of things because it's to celebrate the Queen and her very long reign. So we have her Jubilee, which is lovely. So everything's you know, very royal at the moment, if you can say that. Right, I'm going to stick this down. I found its spot like that. Well, the bunting will definitely be out. That I've seen all over the place already, which is very British, and I love it. I just love it. Does remind me of summer and the warmer months, and I love all the seasons, but it just reminds me of that. Now I'm going to put this little quote on here: every flower must grow through dirt. Gosh, isn't that true for people too? So right, I'm sure that's what she meant. So I'm just going to put that over there. It's looking gorgeous. And then we've got a little butterfly, because life wouldn't be complete without them. And I really need to get some more insects, don't I? I love bees, I love ladybirds. I do like dragonflies. I know some people don't, but I do find all the little creatures adorable, really. Don't want it there. Let's have it this way. All right, so there's one. Very easy, very simple, and with things that you mostly have around, you know, and scrappy bits. There we go. So there's one, and then we've got this little one. And again, I'm going to use some scrappy bits. So I've pulled out a little piece from my lace page bit that I had, and then some lovely purpley bits. These are all bits that I've been using. And again, I'm going to put, I think, I want that there, I want that there. I think I'll have it there because we've got a lot of neutral behind. I quite like two on one side and one on the other. So this one I'm going to do slightly differently. I'm going to bring in a different sort of element here just to give you ideas. Now, any little labels you've got, any sort of thing that you have, go grab it and use it, you know, for this sort of thing. Can't have enough of that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, your sky's the limit with this. You can, it's a great way just to use up bits that are lying around. And I like to fussy cut it. Cutting for me, I do by hand, and I don't do too much at a time because I do have carpal tunnel, funny enough, and these two fingers at the moment are tingling. Terrible. I need to get my act together, but I don't want to go and have that operation. So on to happier things. I just do a few at a time, especially find it quite relaxing really, and cut them out by hand. Right, I've got a beautiful lilac image here. This is also from my floral fussy cuts, the second one. I'll put the links down below if you're looking for them. Then I thought I'd add a little bit of a die cut here. So this is one of the ones, Delicate Leaves, and I thought I'd tuck this in, just bring in a different sort of an element. And I do love combining these sort of two things together. So I'm going to do this ever so quickly. And then I wanted to get that there, and I wanted to get a bit of green going this way. Now Abby is sulking behind me here. She's cross with me because I decided at 10:30 this morning that it was time for her to have a bit of a bath and a trim. So she doesn't mind the bath too much, but she hates the trimming. And you know, with Shih Tzus, you need to keep on top of them because their hair is not like bristly dog fur. Her hair feels like my hair. So, and it grows very quickly, and she needs to have it trimmed, and she absolutely hates that side of things. So it's always a fight. I do reward her afterwards if she, even if she's been a naughty, which normally she growls at me. Like, don't get too near. She hates people faffing with her paws. Hates it. And to clip the claws is, I need is a Prozac before I do that. Never mind the dog. And I've never hurt her or anything like that. But you know, that's her. She's decided it's not happening. Right. Now, what we are going to do is, I'm not going to stick this in my book right yet. Let me just grab it though. You could go and roll these out and make loads of them. And I've made some others here as well. I thought it would look great on this page here. I thought that if we could put that just like that, stencil a little bit here and put in a little tag. So we could put in one of the tags like that, or maybe this one. I've just added a little flower and a butterfly there, you know, or a card. That would make a perfect spot there. Alternatively, you could make two of these, like we have, and put them in that way. And put a little bit of lace in between, or paper, strip of paper, just in between the two there. So it's all up to you. But in this occasion, I'm going to put one over here with a little bit of stenciling. And then I'm going to decorate up that another time. But that's what my thinking was there, is to put one of them here. And then I've got another page like this in the other signature, which I will put the other one in. All right, and then here are some others I made before. With different styles and just actual book pages and things. This one's from an actual book. These are from my digitals, but this one's from a book. And I just love how that all comes together, especially with the book pages behind. So there we've got a whole load of them. And I mean, any of the kitchen roll cores make beautiful pockets, not only this shape. I've made beautiful triangular ones and all sorts of things with them. All right, everyone, that's your little Sunday project. Go and see what you can grab. Grab hold of those scraps. Go and fussy cut. Go and use some die cuts. Look for little labels, butterflies, anything that you might have. and make some pretties for your signature pages. Don't forget the sale and the printed kit, or the, if you were looking for those and you don't have a printer or you like the borderless prints, I will have those available in my Etsy shop. So, and the sale ends at the end, midnight at the end of the day on the 31st of May 2022. Have a wonderful weekend if you're having a long weekend. And I'll see you guys all very soon next week. So stay well now, and thank you so much. Bye bye.